All right, guys, take a look at this. So there was a video put out of a YouTuber that received a Outrun Arcade1Up. And one of the things he said about it was that it was awkward or kind of funny to play the game and sit. While he was playing the game, basically his knees were touching his hand. So he was sitting in the seat and his elbow was basically resting on his knee while he was, playing the steering wheel, because the way that the whole gas pedal is basically right, you can't really put your legs underneath this cabinet. And then when you sit back, you're stretching your arms out a ways, if that. So the way you're kind of stretched out when you drive a car or you play a car driving game really doesn't work with this cabinet. Now the way this cabinet is set up, even with the seat that you're sitting on, you're kind of like scrunched in as far as like your legs and your knees and your hands and elbows. Everything's kind of on top of each other. It's not a natural feel or sitting arrangement that you get with a driving game. The steering wheel is very close, but the steering wheel is close to the cabinet, but it's not so close to the cabinet that you can't get your fingers behind it. So you kind of can grab onto the steering wheel and use it. It's really more of, the position of your legs and trying to press the gas pedal, which I thought was interesting. And that was one of the things that were being talked about on the post that I was watching. It was just an awkward feel for him. The game looked great and it played great. It was just the position of your body while you were playing it. Now, I can see people are probably going to buy this thing and they'll mod it some way where your feet or maybe underneath, or somehow you position that seat where it's more like you're, playing one of these driving games where your body's kind of situated the right way. Now, the steering wheel, you can get your hands around. There was some post that I was reading before. People were saying that they thought the steering wheel was too close, I guess, to the cabinet, and you wouldn't be able to kind of get your hand around it without it hitting, I guess, the cabinet, right? But it seemed that you could basically get your, you can grip the steering wheel and move it without it being so close to the Arcade1Up cabinet that your hands are basically rubbing against it. So that's all right. It was really, like I said, the position that your feet and knees and hands and elbows, when this guy was playing this machine, basically he had his hand resting on his leg, while he was steering the car, which is not the way you usually play, like, if you're thinking of like Outrun or like a cruising or something like that, you're, sitting almost like you're driving a real car. But that was it. Anyway, if I see one of these, I'll definitely like to play it. It had a couple of cool games on it. It had like 3 or 4 different Outrun games, and they all look great. And that is it. If you know anything more about this, or you played it, or you have any sort of inside information on it, leave a comment below. I love to read them. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe. God bless you, and I will talk to you guys later.